Hi, I'm Nancy Botkin, and I'm going to be teaching a class this summer on making simple books, pamphlets, and zines, which are essentially little miniature homemade magazines. We'll be doing a little bit of paper cutting, a little bit of gluing, possibly a tiny bit of sewing if people want, and lots of folding. So this is an example of a simple sewn signature. Well, it involves 3 stitches total, and then the string is tied here, and it connects the paper into a nice little pamphlet. This is what's fun about this is it's very simple, and yet it's the building block for handmade books. Another technique is simply a clever way of folding and cutting the paper. So it's just this little book here is 2 pieces of paper. One piece of paper made the cover and one piece of paper was folded and makes the pages. Another type of book that I feel is very appropriate for a class in the middle is this one. Instead of thread, it is bound with a nail. And the nail is simply woven into the spine of the book and keeps everything in there. And this I think is this is such a fun technique because you can just do it with materials you have on hand. If you don't have a nail, maybe you have a toothpick. We'll have nails. Here's another example of a piece of paper just folded like an accordion and then bound in a little simple cover. If people are feeling a little bit more, feeling comfortable with these techniques, this is made out of a cardboard box. And this one happens to be made out of a fancy box from a bar of chocolate. And the pages are sewn onto the cardboard and make a nice little pattern on the back. I'm just going to show an example of a fancier accordion book that I made. It shows that you can put little pockets in your books, or you could just have a really long story on one page. I'm excited about this class because when I took a class very similarly to this one, that is what launched me into making handmade books. It's one of my favorite activities. I collect little pictures and I glue them into my little books, and then I have like a little scrapbook of my day or my month or a month or of a theme. The number of books that you create in this class is really going to depend on whether you want to start writing the book right away. Or if you're feeling more adventurous, you might go all the way and make something more elaborate like this with sewing involved. I think that it would be possible to come out of after the 2-hour class, people will probably have 4 or 5 little miniature books.